Hi everyone, welcome back. It's Scarlett from 38 Investing. In today's video, we're going over the 26-week Easy Money Challenge to save up $1,378. If you're new to this channel, welcome. I'm Scarlett and I help women with their problems in money, budgeting, personal finance, investing. Honestly, it's like sitting down with your nerdy friend over a cup of coffee. First, let's dive into what this 26-week money challenge is, why you would do it, what makes it different than other ones, and then, of course, we'll go into exactly how to do this 26-week money challenge so that you can have success with saving up money in 6 months. Now, the first question to go over is why would you choose this challenge over another one? What's important is this challenge only takes 6 months, 26 weeks, or again, half of a year. You'll be able to save up over $1,300, which is really great if you want to set up an emergency fund, if you want to set up money for a sinking fund, or of course, if you want to go on a road trip or a down payment for a car. I mean, everyone has their different reasons for why they would do this challenge, but I really encourage you to figure out your why. This challenge is essentially a remix of the 52-week money challenge, which I've already made videos about on this channel. So if you're interested in a 52-week version that's a little bit less difficult, go check that out in the description below. But how this one works is you have to put aside money 2 times a week for 26 weeks. That may be every Saturday and every Wednesday, or every Sunday and every Thursday, whatever it is that you choose 2 days a week that you are going to put aside money. When I say you'll put aside money, this essentially means that you're putting money into a savings account, you're putting money into a money jar, or even just into some envelopes. Now, this is a little bit more motivating and a little bit more challenging for anyone who's new to money challenges because you do have to put money aside 2 times a week. One thing I want to talk to you about money challenges is that usually it gets difficult over time. You put in a little bit amount of money now, but later on you're putting in a massive amount of money. It can be difficult. I'll talk to you about both the original version and about the reverse version of this. Also, keep in mind that if you go down into the description of this video, I have an article on my blog of this exact challenge that details it all out. What you need to know is that I have put together a really handy printable for pretty much all of my money challenges, but for this one exact, you can go to that article, download the PDF, you print it off and use it for this challenge. So it's a lot easier to remember all the numbers and everything for every week. So let's go ahead and talk about what it looks like to actually do this challenge. Like I said before, this money challenge is essentially a revised version of the original 52-week version. On week 1, you're going to be putting in what would be equivalent to weeks 1 and 2 of the original challenge. So on week 1, you're putting in $3 because on week 1 of the 52-week challenge, it'd be $1. Week 2 is $2. You add that up and you have $3. As I mentioned before, this can be really difficult to think about and to figure out how much money you're going to be setting aside every week. Again, get that printable. It has it all on there. You won't have to think about it. But just as a heads up, week 2 will be $7. Week 3 will be $11. Week 4 will be $15, week 5, $19. So again, how this works is every week it gets a little bit harder, a little bit harder, a little bit harder until the very end where you're putting in kind of a big amount of money, but of course it helps you build up that money saving habit. However, let's think of it a different way. What's really great about these 52-week money challenges that I've been putting out on my YouTube is that you can reverse them. What you need to do is think about how your brain works. Some people love that challenge of being able to grow that money over time and it be more and more difficult as you go on because it's more of a challenge. Not all of us are that way. So some of us like to be able to start hard and it get easier over time. The reverse version allows you to do that. For example, on week 1, you would start out with what would be the highest amount of money that you would have to put in, which would be $103. That actually would be equivalent to what would be weeks 51 and 52. With this in mind, I want you to consider that this could be a weekly or a bi-weekly event. As I said before, you could choose Sundays and Thursdays, but if it's just flat out easier for you to do, you can choose one day of the week. So every Sunday that your family gets together and you put the money in your money envelope. That's how I put together my PDF for this money challenge. I put it together in 1 week increments. For me, it just is easier to find that quantity of money 1 time a week compared to 2 times a week. So this really really does offer the customizability, the adaptability, the opportunity for you to make this challenge very personal with whatever way is easiest for you. Lastly, we need to talk motivation. If you watch any of my other videos that I have about money challenges, you know that I talk a lot about keeping your motivation up. Money challenges are notorious for being great at first and being non-existent by the end. A lot of people start out saving up their money, but then dying out once it gets hard. You need to find a way to stay motivated. And part of that is just getting your family on board. Maybe half your family puts together one half of the money of the week and you put together the other half. Split it up somehow, one spouse and one spouse. Or maybe as a family, you come together with a really fun goal, maybe going to Disney or something with that money that you put together to save over those 6 months. Hopefully you learned a thing or two from this video and you're a little bit more encouraged to participate in the 26-week money challenge to save $1,378. Be sure to subscribe and check out the playlist that I have to learn about other money challenges. Thanks for watching.